The only difference is how rich you look. So I'm a single mom, working 2 jobs ever since my daughter Bella turned 5. I do daytime waitressing and nighttime inventory at this fabric supply place. Not glamorous, but it pays the bills. Barely. Bella was about to turn 8, and she had one wish for her birthday. This sparkly pink dress she saw in a thrift store window, covered in fake pearls, kinda looked like a cupcake in princess form. She was obsessed. The thing was $38, which doesn't sound like a lot until you're scraping for rent and skipping lunch at work to afford gas. I spent 2 months stacking tips and couch quarters, skipped Starbucks, dodged impulse buys, and prayed to the gods of loose change. Finally, we had enough. We walked to the store together. Bella tried it on, standing in front of this busted mirror with tape in the corners. And I swear, when she looked at herself, her whole face lit up like someone had plugged her into an outlet. Best $38 I ever spent. Her party was at Riverside Park. Dollar store balloons, cupcakes from a $2 box mix, and a birthday banner I secretly printed out at work during my break while pretending to check the toner. I invited her whole class, even though I knew half those kids wouldn't come. Only 4 showed up, but Bella didn't care. She was twirling in that dress like she was starring in her own movie. Then Chloe showed up, with her mom. Her mom, Nicole, pulled up in this black Mercedes that looked like it cost more than the entire park. She stepped out in heels taller than my ambitions, wearing designer sunglasses that probably needed their own security detail. She looked at Bella once, tilted her head, and whispered loudly to another mom, "How tacky! Poor thing's trying to play dress up like they're rich." I felt it in my gut, and Bella heard it. She froze mid-spin, looked down at her dress like it betrayed her, looked up at me like she was embarrassed. 8 years old, and already being taught that if you're poor and like pretty things, people will make you feel like trash for it. Nicole didn't stop. This is why standards matter. Let your kids hang around people with none. It rubs off. Loud enough for the park squirrels to side-eye her. I wanted to scream, wanted to tell her that the dress took 2 months to afford, that Bella had saved 3 months of her own allowance to buy shoes that matched. But I stood there, stuck. Watching my daughter shrink under a comment meant to humiliate us both. 2 weeks later, our school had this big fancy charity auction. It's like a costume ball for PTA parents. Everyone shows up acting generous while secretly competing over who has the fanciest wine donation basket. I didn't have money for a new dress for Bella, but I had an idea. From my inventory job, I'd been sneaking home scraps of fabric, silk squares, cotton samples, fancy beaded swatches. Nothing big, but enough to build something out of. Every night after work, I watched YouTube tutorials and sewed by hand until my fingers were raw. Took me 3 weeks. The result? A patchwork gown made from literal garbage fabric that somehow looked like couture. I hand-stitched little pearls from my mom's old jewelry box, lined it with soft satin from a clearance bin. I don't even know how to describe it. It just worked. Bella tried it on and gasped like she was seeing magic. Again. The night of the auction, we walked in and heads turned. Principal Anderson came over to ask what designer made it. Parents started whispering, snapping pics. Even the 2 cool high schoolers stopped to look. Then Nicole showed up. Same smug walk, same overpriced outfit. She saw Bella, did a double take, and came over smiling like we were besties. "Oh my goodness, that dress. Is it from that boutique on 5th Street? I've been dying to shop there." I looked her dead in the eyes and said, "Nah, I made it. Scraps from work. Trashy enough for you?" Her smile cracked like a dropped iPhone. She tried to backpedal. I never said anything. I don't remember that. But other parents remembered. Small town, word travels fast. Suddenly, the same moms who wouldn't give me the time of day were asking me for sewing tips. The local paper picked up the story. Single mom creates stunning dress from recycled fabric. Now people ask if I take commissions. Nicole hasn't looked me in the eye since. Bella? She wears that dress to every event. She tells everyone her mom made it. So yeah, it turns out the difference between classy and trashy isn't the dress. It's the price tag. If you're rich, it's vintage. If you're poor, it's secondhand. But if you've got love, hustle, and stitches holding it together, it's priceless.